I love doing my UFC picks. I just love when this site doesn't fucking load. Well, Pokoya vs. Torres Finney has officially been cancelled, and that's just made me even more depressed. Ah, shit. Anyways, first we have Piero Rodriguez versus Ketlin Souza. I'm gonna go with Ketlin Souza. She looks a little bit more lesbian than Piero Rodriguez, even though Rodriguez is actually pretty decent. So is Ketlin Souza. So I'm gonna go with Ketlin Souza on this one. She has more tattoos, and she looks more like a man. Anyways, next we have Andre Lima versus Felipe Boons. I'm gonna go with Andre Lima. He's actually very decent. He's pretty well rounded. I don't see him getting fucking submitted in one round, just like Jose Johnson did. Took you long enough, Andre Lima. Jesus, I feel like I haven't seen this man fight in forever. I decided to come to the Tapology because I felt like, there were some replacements that I wasn't getting shown that, and I wasn't. So I'm gonna do the rest of the. I don't know. I guess we'll do the rest of the predictions here. So yes, I am going to have to wait longer to see Andre Lima fight. That's fucking great. I love this. I am slightly depressed. Alright, Rafael Esteban, let's go. Next, we have Rodolfo Vieira versus Tresean Gore. I don't know, this one's kind of a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with Rodolfo Vieira just because Tresean Gore is so easily bullyable. I don't know if that fucking makes sense. It doesn't, but it's the truth. Tresean Gore, like, bro, just give me your lunch money and he'll literally give it to you. All Rodolfo Vieira has to do to just win this fight is just go, hey yo, give me your lunch money in a kind of stern tone, and he'll win. It's simple. I'm gonna go Rodolfo Vieira on this one. It is a close fight though. Tresean Gore is quite decent. It's just, I mean, I've picked against him before and it's worked out for me. I'm gonna continue picking against him until he proves me wrong. Next, we have Hinya Nakamura versus Nathan Fletcher. I'm gonna go with Hinya Nakamura. Again, I just think Hinya Nakamura is a higher level than Nathan fucking Fletcher, dude. Nathan Fletcher isn't bad, alright? Nathan Fletcher isn't bad, and I know Hinya Nakamura did just get fraud checked in his last fight, but this might be a little bit of a tough one. Oh nah, I'm gonna stick with Hinya Nakamura. Just because, actually, I don't really have an explanation. I'm kind of fucking stupid. By the way, I am recording this picks video right after Whitaker versus Ritter, so my brain is still recovering. So some of these picks might be subject to change, but I don't think I'm gonna change this pick. I think I might still stick with Hinya Nakamura. Next, we have Nick Klein versus Andre Poliev. I think this is a very close fight. Yeah, it's a pick'em. It's a near even fight. Who should I trust to win this? I'm gonna trust with the 43%. I'm gonna trust in Andre Poliev just because he's a little bit bigger. They both lost to pretty decent levels of competition. I forgot who Nick Klein lost to, but I know Andre lost to CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan. So, I don't know. This is a close fight, but I'm gonna go with Andre Poliev decision. Just by using his reach and slightly outclassing Andre Poliev, because Andre Poliev looked okay against CLD. I'm not really sure how Nick Klein has looked, but I do know Andre Poliev has looked quite decent, and he's Russian, so that just gives him a 5% buff, just a 5% buff. All right, it used to be 20% back in the day, but now it's kind of gone down significantly. Next, we have Danny Silva versus Kevin Valajos. I'm gonna definitely go with Kevin Valajos. I don't think this guy's gonna be like the fucking next coming of Jesus. I'm not convinced yet, but bro, Danny Silva, man, he's like barely winning fights. Like, he's okay. Danny Silva, he's alright. He's decent. It's just, I think Kevin Valajos is a little bit better, and his boxing, I think, is just on a higher level. Like, Danny Silva, I feel like just isn't that impressive anywhere. He's kind of decently well-rounded. He's just not, he doesn't stand out. He's just kind of like an NPC 2020, 2025 kind of fighter where he has pretty good technique. Kind of like Cameron Smotherman, where he's not really that crazy good, but he has a somewhat pretty style, I guess. He puts up his guard correctly. He's quite technically sound. He's just that archetype of fighter. Not crazy good, but not shit. Just like kind of alright. I do think Kevin Valajos is definitely a better striker, though. Just by a little bit. Not by a little bit, by a significant amount. I just don't think Danny Silva really stands out anywhere. Next, we have Carl Rosa versus Noro Cornol. Carl Rosa had a very good fight against Irina Aldana on her last fight. And Noro Cornol is quite decent. So I'm going to go with her because she's kind of okay, and Carol Rosa didn't really look that crazy good against Irene Aldana. Literally doesn't move her head off the center line. I'm gonna go Noro Cornol. She's 35. Okay, I might switch my pick because 35 fucking years old is kind of crazy, but I'm gonna go Cornol decision because Carol Rosa got fucking schooled by Irene Aldana. And Irina Aldana hasn't won a fight ever since. So yeah, I'm gonna go with her. But I might change. This might actually be the only fight that I might change my pick in. Next, we have Esteban Ribovic versus Elvis Brenner. I am going to go with Esteban Ribovic. I think Ribovic is talented enough on the feet to be top 15 level. He's very good, high intensity kickboxer. Likes to have long boxing combinations. Likes to move forward. Just likes to be a total Chad. And also, Esteban literally killed Terrence McKinney in 30 seconds. Let's be honest, who does that to McKinney, bro? Who does that? Like, I know Bun Feem kind of schooled McKinney, and I know Drew Dober has beaten McKinney before, but, like, that was at the end of the first round. Drew Dober did that, and I think Bun Feem KO'd McKinney with that flying knee in, like, the second round, the middle of the second round. So, like, who is KOing McKinney in 30 fucking seconds with a head kick, bruh? Like, come on. This is a different level of striking we're talking about. I'm gonna go with Esteban Ribovic. Decision or maybe late KO TKO. Next, we have Chris Duncan versus Mateus Rebecki. Chris Duncan, man, he has a couple of very good wins. Like, finished Jordan Vucenic, very impressive. I think if he beats Rebecki, he should be just ranked immediately. I don't even think he'll have to fight a top 15 guy. In my opinion, I think he should just kind of do what you did with Montel Jackson, where when Montel Jackson KO'd the Mont Blackshear in 22 seconds, you just immediately ranked him in the top 15. I think you could do that with Chris Duncan, especially if he finishes Mateus Rebecki. But I'm going to go with Mateus Rebecki because he's just so well-rounded. He can go through a war. And he's been in tough fights multiple times. I think he's going to be able to survive on the ground too, because he's just improved every single fight. But Chris Duncan could win. Let me see how it... Damn! They have Chris Duncan at 16%. I actually really think Chris Duncan could win this, you know. I'm going to stick with my Rebecki pick, but this is a very close fight. It should not be 84-16 to fucking Rebecki. I think it should be like 60-40 to Rebecki, not fucking that. Holy shit. Okay, wait. Belgorius the... Okay, so Bakoyev isn't fighting on the card. Fuck. And Taira versus Albazi is apparently getting taken off the card. I fucking hate this shit. Actually, you know, I'm going to come back here and switch my pick to Neil Magny because somebody had a good point. Zaleski has not won against any tall black guys. Let's go, Neil Magny. Please. Can you fucking load in, man? Fucking hate this shit. Alright, so we're finally back and we have a new main event. Tatsuro Taira versus Hyung Sung Park. I'm sorry for the background noise, but we're just gonna have to deal with it for right now. But yeah, I'm glad that they were able to find somebody in a short amount of time, and he's not just gonna get completely destroyed. But I think I'm still gonna go with Tatsuro Taira. It's still short notice for Hyung Sung Park, and I again just think Tatsuro Taira's grappling is on a different level. I mean, my man went to a split decision with Brandon Royval. And I know Brandon Royval has just lost to Joshua Van. But it's Joshua Van. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to go Tatsuro Taira. Probably either a submission or just a very, very dominant decision. I do think Hyung Sung Park will have decent takedown defense. I just think Tatsuro Taira is relentless. I think if he fails a takedown, he's just going to keep on trying takedowns. And I think that is going to tire Hyung Sung Park. So yeah, I'm going to go with Tatsuro Taira. Yeah, I just think on short notice, I don't think he beats Taira unless he chins him and just KOs him out cold. That's the only way I see this happening. Now, no Jones, but I literally just had to go into the closet. The music was getting a little bit too loud. Anyways, can the fucking thing stop clicking? My hangers literally keep on clicking against each other and it's killing me. Stop! Alright, anyways, I'm looking here. Do I want to change any of my picks before it's too late? Fuck. I should realistically just wait for the poster, but who cares?